Morning, guys. This morning I'm gonna do a different kind of test. I'm gonna test this battery out. It's a 400 milliamp JJRC battery, which I'm pretty sure JJRC just stuck their label on it. And I'm gonna test it out on this quadcopter, which is the JJRC H31, which is one of my favorite. The reason that I'm testing this battery is because I've had this battery in my car for about 2 weeks, and I fully charged it, and I kind of did the same thing yesterday, and it just lasted like forever. So I want to see exactly what kind of lifespan I get out of lifespan. Wow, bad choice of words. Okay, so I want to see what kind of time I get off this battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in. I'm not even sure if I'm getting this on video right now, but I'm plugging it in. Let me shut the quadcopter off. And we'll go ahead and slide it in the battery compartment, tuck the cable in, and close the door. Okay, so got my trusty timer, and we'll see what I get out of it. I'll start that up in a second. And the controller. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. Turn the quadcopter on. And I'll set it down on the ground. Alright, it's bound. And timer's going. All right, let's see. And right now we're flying in mode 1, or no, a beginner rate. Let me get it out of the light so we can actually see it. And I might as well demonstrate some of the features that this quadcopter does, which they're pretty amazing. Okay, so to start off, let me bring it back down a little bit so we're not just looking at a little bleep on the screen. So to start off, this quadcopter has this this red light up in the front, which when the battery starts to get low, it will start to blink. Let me trim that up a little bit because it's going away from me. And it's a pretty nice morning. There's hardly any breeze at all, which is really convenient. And there we go, that looks pretty good. Bring it back in. The controller itself, just your standard controls right here. These are dummy knobs right there. It's got a flip button right here, which I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but here's a flip that it does. It is probably one of the tightest flips that you'll see. Let me see if I can bring that down and do a flip down low for you. If you're into flips, this is the guy to do it. Barrel rolls, both sides, back flip. Alright, so let's go ahead and fly it around a little bit. And again, we're still in beginner mode. Does some really nice banks. And some funnels in beginner mode. Okay, so beginner mode, the yaw rate is pretty docile. It's not super fast, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in intermediate mode by pressing this button right here. And I'll bring it a little bit closer and demonstrate the yaw rate on it. So this is the yaw rate in intermediate mode. And some funnels. Not bad. Pretty nice quadcopter. I love this thing. All right, and let's go ahead and show you what it looks like when it's flying around in intermediate mode. Oops. Now the range on this is not like incredible, but as you can see, it's pretty snappy. Do a little flyby here. Okay, so that's intermediate mode. Let's bring it back in and I'll show you what it looks like when you put it in advanced mode, the yaw rate. Okay, so it's in advanced mode now. This is the yaw rate in advanced mode. I love this thing. However, in advanced mode, it's kind of hard to control the your flyability, I guess you could call it, just because it spins around so fast. And it's also pretty quick because it just dips straight down. And let me bring that back. And it almost got away from me there for a second. And that was because of the yaw rate. I kind of lost the orientation on it, which can happen. And I'm not an expert flyer. I mean, I'm pretty decent, but I'm not an expert by any means. And once it starts getting away from me, like a little bit further away than it should, it's kind of hard for me to tell which way we're headed. Now, you know, I kind of just stopped what I was doing there and got control of it, and it did okay. It came back. But one of those things. I would really hate to lose this little guy because it's my favorite quadcopter, and I've got quite a few of them now. But this one here is my favorite. Just the way that it responds. It's great for a beginner, and it's also really good for somebody a little bit more advanced or intermediate. Some more flips. It has the one key return, which the way you do it is you put it in a certain heading, whichever way you want to head, and as you're flying around, if you press the one key return, it'll come back from that heading. It doesn't mean that it just comes back to the controller. It just comes back to that general area of where you started off, and then you can just get control of it again. I'm not demonstrating that today. It's just I just wanted to check this battery out and see what I would get out of it. And like I said, it's been sitting in my car. The battery itself has been sitting in my car for about 2 weeks. I did have a full charge on it, but just want to see what this little 400 milliamp battery would do just sitting there. And I just kind of thought about doing this yesterday, and I flew it around yesterday a little bit, and it lasted a while, but I didn't time it, so wanted to see what it would get. Let's see where we're at right now. Right now we're at 6 minutes and 25 seconds. That's not too bad at all for this little quadcopter. And you know, I'm not flying it vigorously right now, but well, kind of am actually. But I still don't have a blinking light up in the front, which is pretty good. We'll do some more funnels here. See if we can get a close-up of that. And also, just for the record, it's about 32, 33 degrees out right now. And it's kind of been like that for the last, well, for the last few weeks. It hasn't been holding steady at 32. Oh, and there's my blinking lights. So we got, not sure if you guys can see that, but we got 7 minutes and 25 seconds or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in. I'll just go ahead and catch that, and there it is. Folks, this is amazing. Good battery, good quadcopter, good controller. On the controller itself, this is your trim, and this right here is for your one key return and headless mode. You can't beat this thing. It's pretty awesome. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, subscribe and give it a like, and we'll see you in the next one.